A little girl asked her dad, "Daddy, where did the human race come from?" Dad replied, "Well, sweetie, long ago people developed from the apes, from the monkeys. It's called evolution." The little girl ran off and asked her mom the same question, and she replied, "Oh, honey, God made a perfect paradise world called Eden, and then put perfect people in it, and that's where we came from." Well, the girl looked confused. "Daddy says we came from the monkeys, and you say we came from paradise. I don't understand." Mom thought for a second, and then, aha, she said, "Well, it's simple, honey. I'm talking about my side of the family, and your daddy's talking about his side of the family." And that's what I'd like to talk about for a few minutes today. Where did humans come from, and what does it really mean to be human, anyway? But first, a little background on how I got the information. After establishing an international panel of ITC researchers and scientists in 1995, our members began to get the most miraculous contacts through phones, radios, TVs, computers, and other devices. Thanks to a group of 7 angels, or ethereal beings, who, by human standards, seemed all-knowing and all-powerful, and who gave us a series of mind-boggling messages about our ancient past.
We, the 7 of the Rainbow People, have decided to help and support the way chosen by you in it. It is the way of morals, which means to understand, to acknowledge, to devise, and to...
So we had what could be called divine guidance or ethereal support. Now let's recap what I shared last time in clip 2 of the project. Eden, or Marduk, was a paradise world with powerful technologies. It was a fantastic world inhabited by superhuman beings who had colonized the earth. Out-of-control technologies destroyed Eden, stranding the colonists on Earth. And those superhumans marooned on Earth became the last living Edenites. Shrapnel from the explosion pummeled our solar system, badly ravaging the Earth, or Terra. And to this day, planets and moons throughout our solar system are riddled with craters left over from the fall of Eden. So the ethereals gave us key information about our ancient past, including the colonization of the Earth by Edenites long, long ago, and the destruction of Eden. Unfortunately, they didn't give us a timeline on these mega events. After all, they told us on many occasions that time is just an illusion of our physical world. In the bigger picture, there is no time. But being human, we like timelines, so the real puzzle in the story is trying to figure out, by our time frame, when Eden self-destructed. There's a lot of evidence out there, and some of it may come as a bit of a shock to some people. First, let's look at craters. Many of the craters in our world were probably formed by rubble from the explosion of Eden. So when were the craters on Earth formed? These are some of the more famous craters in our world. So could Eden have exploded at one of those times? So what do scientists think? Scientists believe that humans first walked upright on Earth 5 million years ago. So could that be when Eden exploded, stranding the colonists? 5 million years ago? Well, there's a lot of other evidence outside the scientific box suggesting much earlier time frames. Thousands of strangely carved stones have been dug up near Ica, Peru, maybe dating back as far as 65 million years ago, when dinosaurs are believed to have gone extinct. Some of the stones show dinosaurs eating people and each other. Others depict medical symbols and surgeries. Some stones show creation stories and ancient astronomers. Others have maps of the world as the world might have looked 65 million years ago. So the Ica stones provide some fascinating evidence of humans on Earth long, long ago. A researcher named Ed Conrad discovered what seems to be petrified human bones and organs between veins of anthracite coal in Pennsylvania. Coal was formed in the Carboniferous period some 280 million years ago, according to scientists, which means that the original owners of those bones and organs must have lived and died at that time, 250 million years ago. Skeptics claim that what Ed really found were iron nodules resembling human bones, but I suspect that Ed might have uncovered a genuine clue to our ancient heritage. Other researchers have found and documented other evidence going back even further. In June 1968, a teacher and amateur fossil collector by the name of William J. Meister found what seems to be a 600-million-year-old fossil of a human sandal, stepping on an ancient trilobite in what is now Utah. Scientists again reject the rock as a sandal-like impression probably created by natural causes, but the sandal resemblance is uncanny. You'd almost expect to see a Birkenstock logo on the side. Researcher Michael Cremo writes about little metallic spheres, hundreds of them, about an inch in diameter, dug up in South Africa in the 1980s. The little grooved spheres are about 2.8 billion years old. Again, skeptics and scientists have come up with possible ways that those orbs could have been formed naturally, but I suspect they were man-made, maybe projectiles that our ancient ancestors used to protect themselves in a vicious world. As we might expect, some of the best evidence is supplied by science itself. NASA's Apollo and Luna landers brought back samples of rocks found near craters on the moon. Argon-argon dating tests indicated that the moon was pummeled by rocks 3.9 billion years ago. Science knows that something huge happened at that time, but what exactly it was is open to conjecture. So when did planet Eden really explode? Well, digest the evidence you find in places like this video and make your own assessment. In any case, what's really important is what's happened since then. How humanity has been shaped by the marooned Edenites and their gifted descendants here on Earth in those most ancient of times. And that's what I'll talk about in the next clip, part 4 of the project.